We shouldn't have been disturbing Sarthal, no matter what you found down there. I suppose Master Neloth won't mind. He's always telling me to get out of his way.
You're that one from the college. Heard about you.
Don't suppose you'd enchant my sword. That old blade can barely cut butter.
swore I took that arrow. I hate archers. Ah, quit your belly aching.
Move it, move it!
It's a curse. It has to be. I've got to get out of this town.
Hi there.
Irgnir, get a hold of yourself. They're just dreams. Please tell her, Erandur.
Listen to your friend, Fuki. They are just dreams, my dear. I assure you that it is quite normal.
It's the same dream over and over again. You think that's normal? It's evil, I tell you.
Erandur, she has a point. You keep telling us no harm will follow these dreams, but they must be an omen.
Give him a chance to speak. He's trying to help us.
Everyone, please. I'm doing what I can to end these nightmares. In the meantime, all I ask is you remain strong and put your trust in Lady Mara.
I will. Thank you.
I work in the mine just like everyone else.
What troubles you, my son? The entire town is being plagued by horrible nightmares. They're in serious danger, but I'm afraid there's little I can do about it. These dreams are manifestations created by the Daedric Lord, Vermina. She has an awful hunger for our memories. In return, she leaves behind nightmares. Not unlike a cough marks a serious illness.
Why would I do that?
I must end her terrible influence over these people before the damage becomes permanent. I need to return to the source of the problem, to Nightcaller Temple. Perhaps you'd be willing to assist me in that regard.
Oh, never mind.
I've already said too much. If anyone overhears what we're saying, it could start a panic. I would simply ask that you trust me and help me end Dawnstar's nightmares. Wonderful. My Lady Mara will be quite pleased. Nightcaller Temple is only a short walk from Dawnstar. Come, we must hurry. I promise to answer all of your questions. Follow me.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or
Follow me.
something in the
It's
old
this
fort
way.
near Riften. Might consider joining up myself.
Before we enter, I must warn you about the dangers that could be lurking within. No. Knowing they could never defeat the orcs, the priests of Vermina released what they called the miasma, putting everyone to sleep. I'm concerned that when this place is unsealed, the miasma will dissipate and they'll awaken, both orcs and priests alike. Once we get inside, all will become clear. Give me just a moment, and I'll have this open. Now I can show you the source of the nightmares. Over here. Behold the Skull of Corruption, the source of Dawnstar's woes. We must reach the inner sanctum and destroy it. Come, there's no time to lose. Damn it! The priests must have activated this barrier when the miasma was released. Impossible, actually. I wonder... There may be a way to bypass the barrier, but I must check their library and confirm it can be done. I suppose there's no point in concealing the truth any longer. My knowledge of this temple comes from personal experience. I was a priest of Vermina. When the orcs invaded the temple, I fled. I left my brothers and sisters here to die. I've spent the last few decades living in regret and seeking redemption from Mara. And by her benevolence, I will right my wrongs. I still have my key to the library. Whenever you're ready, let's move on. We mustn't tell the scum. It needs to be destroyed as soon as possible. It's just up here. Be careful. We're certain to find more of the Awakened within. Barring any more interruptions, perhaps we can locate the information I need. We're looking for a book of alchemical recipes called the Dream Stride. The tome bears the likeness of Vermina on the cover. It should be here somewhere. Let me take a look. Mara be praised. There is a way past the barrier to the inner sanctum. It involves a recipe for a liquid known as Vermina's torpor. Yes, the torpor grants an ability the priests of Vermina called the Dream Stride, using dreams to travel distances in the real world. Quite amazing, yes. Alchemy and the blessings of a divine, distilled down into a ingestible liquid. Sadly, I have yet to see it function in person. As a sworn priest of Mara, the elixir won't work for me. The torpor will only work for priests of Vermina, or the unaffiliated. All believe there is a laboratory in the East Wing. If we proceed there, we should be able to locate a sample. The laboratory adjoins the library. I'm hoping we'll find a sample of the torpor left undamaged.
Your final rest. Wait! We're still under attack! I'll gut you like a horker! Puny weak! Victory is yours!
Now that they've been dealt with, we need to find the torpor. It should be in a small bottle, very similar to a potion. I'll begin searching up here. The torpor should be in a tall bottle with dark liquid. If you find it, bring it to me. Yes, my son. I'm relieved you discovered a bottle intact. This place looks as though it was ransacked by the orcs. So, I've taken us this far, but you need to guide us the rest of the way. Drink. Dawnstar's fate rests in that tiny bottle. The longer we wait, the more damage Vermina could be doing to those poor people. I understand your hesitation, but I promise you that it works.
The orcs have breached the inner sanctum, Brother Varen.
We must hold. We can't allow the skull to fall into their hands.
But no more than a handful of us remain, brother.
Then we have no choice. The miasma must be released.
The miasma? But brother...
We have no alternative. It's the will of Vermina. And what about you, Brother Casimir? Are you prepared to serve the will of Vermina? Then it's decided. Brother Casimir, you must activate the barrier and release the miasma. Let nothing stop you. Brother Thorin, we must remain here and guard this skull with our lives. Worked. Mara be praised. You vanished after drinking the torpor and materialized on the other side. I've never seen anything quite like it. How I envy you. I can only imagine the excitement of seeing history through the eyes of another. Sadly, I am resigned to just reading of its wonders through my research of the skull. Indeed. My reverence for Vermina's machinations should not take precedence over our mission. My apologies. The inner sanctum lies ahead. We must reach the skull and put an end to Dawnstar's troubles. Lead on, my friend. Come, we must get to the skull and destroy it. No thanks to you, Casimir. I no longer use that name. I'm Miranda, priest of Mara. You're a traitor. You left us to die and then ran before the miasma took you. No, I was scared. I wasn't ready to sleep. Enough of your lies! I can't allow you to destroy the skull, priest of Mara. Then you leave me no choice. For Lady Mara!
Mina, forgive me.
It's time. The skull must be I knew Varen and Thoric. They were my friends. Is this punishment for my past? Is it Mara's will to torment me so? First, an incantation to remove the barrier. I call upon you, Lady Mara. The skull hungers. It yearns for memories and leaves nightmares in its wake. Grant me the power to break through this barrier, and to send the skull to the depths of oblivion.
He's deceiving you. When the ritual's complete, the skull will be free, and then Arender will turn on you. Quickly, kill him now. Kill him and claim the skull for your own. Vermina commands you.
Forgive me if I don't appear relieved. In time, I'll believe I will. I'd constructed a meager shrine to Mara in the antechamber where we entered. My intention was to spend the rest of my years here, burying the past and praying for forgiveness. But instead, I wish to offer my services to you. If you ever wish to journey with me, I'll be here. There's no need to thank me. What you did was for the people of Dawnstar. If anyone should be thanked, it should be you.
I'm no one special. Just a Batel thinks I drink on the job. Well, what... What do you want?
Frost took my husband years ago.
I'm sorry.
He was a good man.
My mind was just somewhere else. Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry. Until next time.
My children all grew up and left Dawnstar to make their fortune.
Good dog.
Need something? I'm the oldest woman in Dawnstar. Was here when Skald the Elder was Skald the Younger. He's a fool if you haven't met him already. Thinks Ulfric Stormcloak is invincible and spits dragonfire. The people here look to Brina Marilis when they need things settled. Real firebrand going up. Wasn't surprised when she joined the Legion. Take care now.
Oh, do you need a room? Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
Yes?
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Now who was it that kidnapped the Jarl's son 20 years ago?
You mean Hildoff the school splitter? Remember when we rounded up the townspeople and dragged him out of that cave?
Those were the days. I'd never seen my husband fight so bravely before.
Aye, to your husband. Divines bless his memory.
Frost took my husband years ago. He was... My children all grew... Hey, watch it!
They say that vampires attacked the wall of the Vigilant. Burned it to the ground. Never heard of vampires doing anything like that before.
Good.
The damned nightmares have finally stopped. Don't suppose you know anything about that.
I plan to spend all the days I
Everyone thinks I'm too young to be a ship's captain. I'm going to prove them wrong. By inheritance, as my men are fond of saying. Can't blame them. My mother ran the Sea Squall as strictly as she ran the house. I've been trying to find new areas of business, trying to win the sailors' respect, but I keep having problems. Take the last trade we did. Some fine-cut void salts from the College of Winterhold. Plenty of coin if you know who to sell it to. Sailors are what happened to them. They got drunk and ended up losing the merchandise in some cave. If you're not afraid of a little exploring, I'll pay good gold to get those salts.
I don't like taking orders from a boy, but I need to go.
So let's take a look. May your road lead you to warm sands.
Hail, summoner. Conjure me up a warm bed, would you?
Everyone thinks I'm too young to be a ship's captain, but I'm going to prove them wrong. That's the first bit of good news I've had since I set sail a year ago. Here's your cut. All right, then.
The mortar and pestle makes potions. The mortar and pestle has cures for... Ah, so you're an alchemist then. Let me know if you come down with the rat.
Need a dagger? No? My wife Sarah and I run it together. She's still smiths even though we found out she is with child. Our son or daughter isn't going to get much Redguard culture here in Skyrim. I know my wife worries how she will pass along her traditions. Hey, if you find a book called Night Falls on Sentinel, could you bring it to me? It's a story from my wife's people. Be good to have. Good on you. Come back if you need steel.
I don't want to attack you. Don't bother me so. I'm sorry. This isn't what I want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This isn't what I want.
back and just...
You can't hide from me.
Cave up ahead. Trouble? Or maybe treasure. I've got your back. If it will help you, then certainly.
You lost?
I traveled. Don't know what the Red Guard see in books, but this will make my Saren happy. Thank you. Let me show you some tricks around the forge.
Divine's sake, Skald. Who do you think we're threatening with our old war wounds? We're not soldiers anymore.
Your man Horik is wearing his old Legion armor. What should I make of that?
He's proud of his service, Skald. The Legion taught us loyalty, and we're loyal to Dawnstar.
This isn't over. I catch you sending one letter to General Tullius. I'll have you both executed.
Watch your hands around the legate.
The Jarl and I have our disagreements. Sorry if you had to overhear one of them. Skald supports Ulfric's rebellion, and he doesn't like having a couple of old legionnaires living in his town. He's a fool. A dragon has attacked Helgen. Dawnstar needs the Empire now more than ever. Drowning your troubles in mead? A lot of folks are doing that these days. You'll want the Wind Peak Inn. As for work, you could try to catch Skald in a good mood, but your best bet would be working in the mines. They're on opposite ends of town. Stay out of trouble now.
I'm just one of the miners. I don't want any trouble.
Frost took my husband
Sorry.
years ago.
Sure thing.
He was a good
It's yours for...
man.
I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something.
Just a servant of Skull.
I'm here to lend my... Huh.
worthy of time.
I had you
and
figured for a mage. I think you'll appreciate this.
Back to another fine day in Dawnstar.
The nightmares in Dawnstar have lifted, and I hear you helped that happen. The only reason dragons are attacking is because Talos is angry with us for turning our backs on him. As soon as we drive the Empire out of Skyrim, the dragons will vanish. Mark my words. The Stormcloaks are destined to win this fight. Talos is with us, and when you fight under a Divine's blessing, victory is assured. Dawnstar has a history of being the site of battles that have crippled the fate of the Empire. I hope this remains true. Don't bother me again unless it's important.
I'm Skald's housecarl, and head of his guard in Dawnstar.
Frost took my husband years ago.
I work for the Wind Peak Inn. You should head on inside.
I'm Skald's
You're not as
housecarl,
dumb as you
head
look.
of his guard in Dawnstar.
Don't bother me again unless it's important.
I'm right behind you. I'd best get back to Master Neloth then. No telling what's happened since I've been gone.
Well, you're certainly making a name for yourself.
It is difficult. You know, they say knowledge is as...
Restoration is a... Why are my research ma... I'll gladly share my knowledge with you. Keep your hand... Once again, I have... I'll gladly share my knowledge with you. All right, then. Restoration is a perfectly... I'll gladly share my knowledge with you. Why are my research... I'll gladly share my knowledge with you. Restoration is a perfectly valid school of magic, and don't... Take a look. I'll gladly share my knowledge with you. Why am I I'll gladly share my knowledge with you. Once again, I'll gladly share my knowledge with you. Mm-hmm.
I'm working on some very important research.
restoration is a I'll gladly share my knowledge with you. Acquire my research material. I'll gladly share my knowledge with you. Until next. So you wish to master the arcane arts? Until next time.
Enchanting services? You've come to the right place. I'd be happy to teach you. Don't even think about it.
I have many important things on my mind.
Being an apprentice is great. Need something?
I'm disappointed to say I've learned little.
It's lies. All of it. I don't care what she told you. It's all lies. Feralda, don't act like she didn't say anything. I know her, and I know what she's been up to. My problem with her? She's the one who has a problem with me. She's threatened by me, by my skill as a wizard, by my elegance and posture, by my superior good looks. But she is not going to get the better of me. Oh no, I won't let it get to me one bit. That's what she's after. She's trying to undermine my confidence, make me doubt myself. Well, it won't work, I tell you.
Don't trust that one. He's up to something. Most here are up to something, of course, but in his case, it's not good. I haven't figured it out yet, but I will. He is rather handsome, though, isn't he?
All right then.
I have many important things on my mind. Your consent.
Why am I... Spells and incantations for those with a talent to cast them. Well, no, not really. Not directly, I mean. But I know things are being said behind my back. Conversations cease when I enter rooms. I'm quite aware of what's going on here, and I will not stand for it. Until next time.
Like it here. It's fun most days, but hard work.
It is difficult to admit, but Jezargo could still use some help. Jezargo has seen that Toftir likes you. You must be very skilled with magic, yes? Jezargo is working hard, but cannot do it alone. Can you help with this? Jezargo has worked hard on learning new spells, trying new things. This will make Jezargo stand out as a mage. But Jezargo works so hard, there is no time to test these new spells. If you help with the testing, this will make learning easier. Jezargo will give you scrolls. You will use them and report the results. This is a good plan, no? You tell Jezargo when you are ready. Ha! You can resist, can you? Let's see. This one, I think. Jezargo has designed it to be an excellent flame cloak, with a twist. It is especially potent against the undead, and should burn them to a crisp in no time. Jezargo gives you plenty of these scrolls, so you try them and return when you can say whether they work. Jezargo awaits word of how well his scrolls work.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. There's a new museum opening up in Dawnstar. The owner is asking me to hand out invitations to travelers. Looks like that's it. Got to go. Somebody, help! I'm getting out. Someone do something!
You picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
to attack you! I don't want to do this! I don't have any choice. I'm sorry.
Battleborn, give me your money.
Tell me, do you believe in mighty Arche, god of life and death? I'm glad to know that because I need your help. You see, I've lost something precious. My amulet of Arche. It's the source of my divine powers and also a sacred badge of office. I misplaced it in the catacombs. I'd look for it, but I have been hearing noises down there. I fear the dead have become restless. Without that amulet, I'm powerless to confront them. Would you be willing to search for it? I'll just wait here and make sure nothing foul escapes the catacombs. The blessing of Arche be upon you. Oh, thank Arche! Please, take this gold for your troubles. Walk always in the light.
Being an apprentice
I
is
hear
great.
you found some... And? Were they magnificent? Oh, Jezargo takes this to mean it did not go well. This was not the intention, to be sure. It is true that Jezargo was slightly concerned there may have been problems. But you are not placed in harm's way on purpose. Still, you are a good friend to Jezargo now, for taking this risk. Jezargo thanks you. Then lead on, friend.
I think the college is due for a change. If you're working on any experiments, please clean up after yourself.
We drink to our youth, to the days come and gone. For the
I'm a
age
writer.
of oppression.
I write drama, friend. The legends and history of Skyrim, made to excite and inspire. Poor Gerard Germain at the Bard's College has been waiting for my latest work, Olaf and the Dragon, for weeks now. Roads are a mess.
Hail to Ulfric.
You're sure? When you see Gerard, ask for a tip. I'm sure he'll be in a good mood after reading this. May you lose yourself in the pages of a good book.
Need a ride? I can take you to any of the whole... Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. First time to Solitude? Beautiful old city. Capital of Skyrim. I'm sure you'll...
Hey, watch it.
If you've come to Solitude to join the Legion, speak to Rika. If not, just keep your nose clean while You're just in time to say hello to Rugbeer. He's the sorry bastard who's going to be executed. A gate guard who let Ulfric Stormcloak escape the city after he killed the High King.
They can't hurt Uncle Rogvir. Tell them he didn't do it.
Positions. Sorry, you need to go home. Go home and stay there until your mother comes.
Get
You
on
betrayed
with
us!
it!
You should tell her that her uncle is scum that betrayed his High King. Best she know now, Advar.
You're all heart, Vivian.
Rogver, you helped Ulfric Stormcloak escape the city after he murdered High King Torrig. By opening that gate for Ulfric, you betrayed the people of Solitude.
He doesn't deserve to speak!
There was no murder. Ulfric
Liar.
challenged Story. He beat the High King in fair combat. Such is our way. Such is the ancient custom of Skyrim and all Nords.
On this day, I go to Sovngarde.
Some gate guard you were!
No lollygagging.
Mind yourself in my city, friend. This here axe in full swing is a right terrible sight.
I think I expected more. Welcome to the Bard's College. I'm the headmaster.
My position,
here. How may I
Dean of
help you?
History. Ah, yes. Adonato's new work. Shorter than I expected, but words must be judged on merit, not length. I'll look over this later. Why don't you take this for your trouble? I suppose I should return to my papers.
Papa says I won't see Rogvir anymore, but he wouldn't tell me why not.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might have it stored away. Oh! Let's see if we can't find an outfit that suits you. Finally.
Viren said you got here trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Come back to bits and pieces anytime.
Pardon me.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. You're a traveler, correct? Have you been to Whiterun? Wonderful. I hadn't really hoped to run into someone who'd been there. My daughter Fura was assigned to Whiterun after she joined the Imperial Army. I was hoping you might have met her. I haven't heard from her lately. I've tried talking to Captain Aldous, but he hasn't been any help. Oh, that's very sweet of you. Anything you can find out from Captain Aldous would be welcome news. Don't forget me next time you need herbs and...
Mother says I shouldn't talk to people.
Out with it. Generally, posting information is need to know only. If you want to know that bad, then fine. Her daughter was sent to Whiterun. The skirmishes there have been violent. The Whiterun legate, he needed to know the Stormcloak positions. He sent out a party to scout the area. They happened upon a large force. I'm told none of them made it back. Private Morard, Angela's daughter, was in that scouting party. She needs to be told.
Let me know if you see anything you like. It's good to see a fresh face. You wouldn't have happened to come from Whiterun, would you? You got Aldous to tell you something. I knew you would. What did he say? I told her. I told her the Imperial Army would kill her. That this was a war of Jarls and Imperial generals, and we had no part in it. She just wouldn't hear it. It was brave of you to come to me with this. I can't thank you for it, not for this. But you have done me a service. Let me know if you see anything you like. Take a look. Don't forget. Ah, so you're interested in my potions and ingredients? Thanks again for finding out about my daughter.
As High Priest of the Eight Divines, I bid you welcome.
Can you spare a septum? Lost an eye during the Great War, or I'd earn it myself. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. I was the finest scout in the Legion once. Tracked down all the places in the wilds that were causing people trouble. Lost my helmet in one of the old caves. My pretty, pretty helmet. Life just got worse after that. Kept losing things. So many things. Oh, you could? I sure would love to have it again. Could show you some of my old scouting tricks. I do miss that helmet.
I've been here almost a year and haven't seen any of it.
The captain has been locked away in that drowned ship by his orders. He says it's to keep it safe, but I know he's just keeping it for himself.
If only we could get our hands on that treasure, we could get out of here and never look back.
Maybe. For now, just lay low and do your job. I have a feeling we'll be rid of the captain soon.
Getting old's not so bad. Daughter keeps me fed. Divine's days are done. Look at it. That's real Nord craftsmanship, that is. Let me show you an old trick I learned as a scout. Makes it harder for the enemy to notice you. It's best you leave me be.
Seems there's... I showed up to watch, yeah. I don't know if they were right to execute him for what he did, but I'll tell you something. It couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Listen, Rogvir and I grew up together. It was us, a few others, and Vivienne. Vivienne Onus. I have no idea why, but one day I told Rogvir I liked her. It was a stupid thing to do. He mocked me incessantly after that. From that point forward, every time Vivienne and I were anywhere close to each other, he made sure to humiliate me. He beat me up, dumped meat on my head, anything he could get away with. Once he even slipped a beehive into my bed. We were children, sure, but Rogvir never outgrew that immaturity or his cruelty. So any talk about him being an honorable Nord? Pure folly. I was done talking anyway.
Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend. Take a look. Remember the Winking Skeever next time you're footsore.
Glad you decided to check us out.
I'm a little busy at the moment. I've got all sorts of errands to run.
Papa says I won't see Rogvir anymore. But he wouldn't tell me
If
why
you need
not.
a good rumor or two, I think I can oblige. Well, as it turns out, I had a pet skeever when I was a boy, and he used to wink. They were smaller back then. Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
A legend we all
I'll show
know
you
and
to your
love.
room. Right this way.
I have no business with you. Leave me.
Warrior's heart. I tell you, the Dragonborn comes with a voice-wielding power of the ancient Nord art. Believe, the Dragonborn comes. It's an end to the evil of all Skyrim's foes. Beware, the Dragonborn comes. For the darkness has passed, and the legend yet grows.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
The Dragonborns come. We drink to our youth, to the days coming. For the age of aggression is just about done. We'll drive out the storm cloaks and restore what we own. With our blood and our steel, we will take back our home.
I'm a little busy at the moment. I've got all sorts of errands to run.
Hello, I'm Gisley, but you can just call me Erica's sister.
You wouldn't have a few minutes to run down to the docks, would you? Well, I've got a shipment of spices the East Empire Company is holding up. I need someone to convince them to release it. Great. Get back to me when you're done and I'll give you something for your time. Good luck out there. Seems like a tough time to be wandering Skyrim.
You know you can afford a septim or two.
If it's arms or armor you need, see Beyrand in Castle Dower. Bloody good blacksmith, that one.
A method to your madness, and your madness is the method, and the melody.
Some say I got... Ah, yes. If she wants to pay the 2,000 gold tariff, then we'll be all set. I suppose I could make an exception. I do like her spiced wine. Fine. Tell Yvette's son her shipment will be brought up to Solitude shortly.
You stay out of trouble now. The Castle Dower dungeon can break even the strongest will.
Spiced wine for you? It's a family recipe. Thank you so much. I swear it's a fight with them every shipment. Here's something for your troubles. Stay warm and keep sober. It's the two things I know for sure will make life better.
If you're heading to the Blue Palace, you might want to rethink.
You help me. You help people, right? That's what you do.
The Imperials are good for business. Bryling's obsession with honor and tradition is quaint, but politically...
The Emperor's cousin,
irrelevant.
Vittoria Vici, is getting married soon. The reception will be public. Anyone in Solitude can attend.
I swear to you, unnatural magics are coming from that cave. There are strange noises and lights. We need someone to investigate.
Then we will immediately send out a legion to scour the cave and secure the town. Halfingar's people will always be safe under my
Your
rule.
Eminence, my scrying has suggested nothing in the area. Dragon Bridge is under Imperial control. This is likely superstitious nonsense.
Perhaps a more tempered reaction might be called for?
Oh, yes, of course, you were right. Falk, tell Captain Aldous I said to assign a few extra soldiers to Dragonbridge.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. But about the cave?
I will have someone take care of the cave as well, Varnius. You can rest easy. You're dismissed. Do you have business with the court? You mean the Dragon Bridge issue? I'll be honest with you. I was planning to let that go. Varnius is a bit jumpy at the best of times. There have been reports of weird happenings near Wolfskull Cave. Travelers disappearing, odd lights. I suspect wild animals, or perhaps bandits. I don't think it's worth our time with the war going on. But if you want to clear out the cave, I'll make sure you're repaid for your work. The cave has a bad history. Long ago, Potema the Wolf Queen used it for necromantic rituals. That's where it got the name. That was over 500 years ago. Nothing much down there now, but everyone's always convinced the cave is haunted. Feel free to return to me.
Hey, watch it!
The Blue Palace is an open forum.
Everything all right?
If those Whiterun guards can take down a dragon, so can we.
Coin or two for a veteran? It's not much to ask.
The winking skeever's got warm beds and cold mead. You look like you could use both.
Walk away, now. I am a Thormore Justiciar on important business that you are interfering with. We are special envoys of the Aldmeri Dominion, the rightful rulers of Tamriel. If you'd like, I can show you why. If you're smart, you'll walk away. Move along. That we are superior to men is an established fact. For example, take this belief in Talos, the ninth divine. Certainly you don't believe such things. Or perhaps there's something you'd like to confess. Incorrect. You can worship whatever gods you like. But Talos is a man, and only a heretic would think otherwise. And so you will die a heretic's death. Come on! Someone there?
Wolf Queen, hear our call and awaken. We summon Potema. We summon Potema. Long have you slept the dreamless sleep of death, Potema. No longer. Hear us, Wolf Queen. We summon you. We summon Potema.
Yes! Yes! Return me to this realm!
Our voices summon you. The blood of the innocent binds you, Wolf Queen. Summon the words bound by your blood. Something is wrong. There is an intruder.
You've returned. Good. What did you find at Wolf Skull Cave?
Potema herself? Please tell me you stopped them.
You've done a larger service to the realm than you could possibly know. A resurrected Potema. I shudder at the thought.
Be quick.
There's
I have little
something
patience for mundane
personal I was hoping you would do for me. Falk told me what you did for us at Wolfskull Cave. He says you're someone we can trust. As you may know, Talos worship is outlawed in the Empire. When we buried my husband, I made offerings to all the gods, except Talos. I would like you to take an item of his, a war horn handed down from his father, and place it at a shrine of Talos. Thank you. It would mean a lot to me.
Please address all questions to the steward, Falk Firebeard.
Performs the most spectacular feats of magic ever witnessed by Pony Eye!
Hello? You'll be back, I'm sure of it.
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years. Mm-hmm.
Please address all questions to the steward, Folk Firebeard.
It's a fine day with you around. Falk said I could count on you. You have more than earned the right to purchase property and take the next step to becoming a Thane. Speak to Falk when you have the funds, and thank you. Be well. Pray for Solitude and my husband.
Really? Jezargo was having such fun? Ah, well, back to the college then.
Enchanting, sir. The local Nords. You've come to the right place. I'd be happy to teach you. Savos does. You've come to the right place. I'd be happy to teach you. If you could. You've come to the right place. I'd be happy to teach you. Make it quick. You've come to the right place. I'd be happy to teach you. You're a bad... Neat. You've come to the right place. I'd be happy to teach you. Come. You've come to the right place. I'd be happy to teach you. Yes? You've come to the right place. I'd be happy to teach you. You've come to the right place. I'd be happy to teach you. Yes? You've come to the right place. I'd be happy to teach you. Let's hear it. You've come to the right place. I'd be happy to teach you. You've come to the right place. I'd be happy to teach you. You've come... Come. You've come to the right place. I'd be happy to teach you. Yes? You've come to the right place. I'd be happy. Let's hear it. You've come to the right place. I'd be happy to teach you. You've come to the right place. I'd be happy to teach you.
Restoration is a perfectly... I'll gladly share my knowledge with you. Why are my research... I'll gladly share my knowledge with you. Once again, I'll gladly share my knowledge with you. Just because I'll gladly share my knowledge with you. Yeah, I'll gladly share my knowledge with you.
Mirabelle does a fine job as Master Wizard, I suppose. Still, there's always room for improvement. All right, then.
You know, they... So, you wish to master the arcane arts? All right, then.
Even with the college's laid